y'all, welcome back to Mac the Maverick, where we talk all things well-rounded womanhood. And if you're new here, thanks for stopping by. If you are not new here, thanks so much for coming back. So at the time of filming this video, it is actually my 36th birthday. And I'm just glad to be in the number one more time, you know. Life is really lifing right now in all the craziest of ways. It's like a perfect storm. But for whatever reason, it kind of seems to be that way every year. Like crazy stuff starts happening around my birthday. So I've learned to not sweat, the stuff going on around me, not to get too down about things I might have wanted to do but couldn't, and just, appreciate the small things and try to approach the day with an attitude of gratitude. One thing I did decide that I was going to do regardless was do a spa day at home. And I actually try to do some variation of an at-home spa day once a week. It's become a big part of my self-care routine and something that I really look forward to. If, I can't do anything else for myself during the week, I can pamper myself just a little bit. So today I'm actually going to be sharing with you all my favorite things that I use to create my spa day experience here at home. And I will tell you, it's been really great, not only because it's convenient, I don't have to go anywhere, but the investment I've made in the things that I'll kind of talk about here has saved me buku money, whereas, I might only be able to do a couple of these things once every so often. If I went somewhere and got them done, I can do it as often as I want at home. So we'll walk through this kind of head to toe or top to bottom, however you want to call it. And I will link as many of these items as I can below. Anything that I can't link, I'll get you in the neighborhood. And also, for things that are on the expensive side, I will give you lower cost alternatives and vice versa. If it's something that's kind of not expensive and I have a wish list item, I'll kind of show you all what I hope to look at and probably review for you later. So without further ado, let's start first thing in the AM. So first thing I like to do on a spa day is take a shower. Actually, I like to take a shower every morning. I like to take one at night. I like to take one when I come home from the gym. If things get a little bit stressful, I like to take one in the middle of the day. I kind of have a compulsive shower problem. Don't judge me. But anyway, at least I know I'm clean all the time. But I do like to start my day with a shower, and I like to add shower fizzies. And my favorite ones right now come from Buff City soap. If you have one near you, they're pretty sizable. And there's a scent, I think it's the lavender and eucalyptus. I'll put the actual name below. But I like to put those in the shower to just kind of wake up my senses and have an inviting scent in the steam. When I can't go to Buff City, like I couldn't yesterday, I'll stop by my local Dollar General and get some of theirs. I think they're like $2 a piece. So I'll do that, and while I'm in the shower, if I have not already washed my hair, I'll go ahead and do that. And I also will take care of my body care. So while I am in my shower, I like to polish my body and do any shaving. My favorite body polish is actually the Victoria's Secret Honey Scrub. I'll insert a photo here because mine is old and it's a little grody. But I do like their collection of scrubs. And free game, I actually prefer my husband's Gillette Mach 3 razors more than any lady razor on the market I've ever tried. So if you want a really good razor, don't bother paying the pink tax. Go straight to the men's section. Thank me later. So I'll take care of my body exfoliation and my shaving and my hair in the shower. And when I get out, I like to either wrap myself in a terry cloth towel, or I like a towel wrap like one of these that has the Velcro at the top, and you just wrap it around you and it stays hands-free. I got this one from Walmart actually, so I will either link it below or something very, very similar. And last but not least, if I need to wrap up my hair or towel dry it, I'll either use an old t-shirt or a microfiber towel turban. This one is an actual Turby twist, which there are millions of these out on the market. Turby twist, I think, was the original, and they no longer corner the market. So anyone will do, but I just like something that's not gonna be too harsh on my hair. So once I've gotten myself out of the shower and wrapped up and drying, I like to set the atmosphere of my house. More scents, right? I'll either light one of my favorite candles, or my new favorite thing to do right now is to turn on every old diffuser in my house and use the same scent in each one of them, so that it makes the entire house smell like white tea or whatever it is that I am using. And they make diffusers of all different shapes, all different sizes. They have a light. Some of them have a rain function, which is really, really nice because then you get the sound. But that's a nice touch that I like to add to kind of set the mood or the atmosphere. And music. I do have Amazon Music, and my stop station is really nice and relaxing as well to listen to and have going on in the background. I just like to be able to, when I'm treating myself, if I can either quiet the outside noise or turn my brain off, it just helps me enjoy it a lot better. And so some neutral music really does help with that. So I got my atmosphere set. I've done my body care. I'm dry. I like to use the Victoria's Secret honey oil. Hopefully you all can see that, because there it is, because the bottle is clear. But the honey oil I really like for my skin. And then I will put on my favorite pajamas or whatever it is I want to relax in. I actually got this particular set from TJ Maxx. TJ Maxx tends to have a pretty decent selection of really nice pajamas at a reasonable price. But yeah, jump in something comfortable and get ready for the rest of the day. All right, and then next up, after taking care of my body care and setting the atmosphere of my house, is my feet and hands. And I always do feet first just because I use regular polish, and also I don't want to expose my fingers to any kind of acetone or anything like that after they've been done. So if I need to do a pedicure, will give myself a pedicure. Now, on my wish list, I really want one of those electric foot bath thingy-ma-whizzes that has the motorized jets and the waterfall and the vibration and all of that. But until I get one of those, this guy will do. This is just a regular big old dish pan that you find at Big Lots or somewhere like that, or wherever, Dollar General. And I fill that tub up with plenty of warm to hot water and a little bit of a bath salt or some sort of bath oil or whatever I want to put in there. Again, Dollar General, Pop Shelf is another wonderful place for that kind of thing. And if the water isn't quite as hot as I want it to be, I'll actually fill up my electric kettle and pour slowly and carefully a little more hot water into that tub. And I will soak my feet for 15 minutes. And when I'm ready for them to come out, I will take my pedicure tools like my rasp and my pumice stone and begin to just kind of go to work on my feet. And yeah, dry them off and then do a foot mask. These are sold at a bunch of different places, but I usually get mine from Sephora. So I'll put those on and go on to my next step while I am letting that mask work. While my feet are moisturizing inside of the little booties, I like to do my manicure. And I've already done a full video on this channel walking through step by step what my nail routine is at home. I actually started doing my nails at home during the quarantine and I haven't looked back. It's convenient and I've saved like buku money doing it that way. You can do whatever you want to. I personally lean toward the faux Gel-X type nails, and I use Beetles products. That's most of what I own at this point. I also have some things from Model Owns or Model Ones that I really like, and I'll link those products or those stores down in the description below. But I really do enjoy those products. By the time I'm done with my manicure, it's time for the booties to come off my feet, and I will massage the remaining moisturizer into my feet and legs. And last but not least, a facial. So I'll go and cleanse my face with my favorite cleanser, and I like to use this little tool. If I can get it to turn on. It's actually a facial massager. It's got little bitty bristles on one side and little massager beads on the other side. And then a few different settings like UV light on the end. Hopefully you can see that. But I like to use this to kind of massage my face and rub my cleaner in. And then once I've cleansed my face, I get ready to do my favorite thing of the entire day, and that is sit under my facial steamer. But before I do that, I'll actually apply a hand mask. So I tend to do a dry manicure on my hands just to make sure I don't have excess oil or moisture on my nails and that my tips, if I'm using tips, adhere well. So I'll put my hands in my hand mask and then I will turn on my facial steamer. This has quickly, bar and large, been like my favorite part of my spa experience. I like to steam my face twice a week, regardless of what else I do, just because it's so relaxing. I don't recommend it if your skin is like super sensitive to heat or anything like that. But if you're not, definitely recommend. I have a steamer that sits on wheels. It's freestanding, so I can move it around wherever I want to. But a less expensive option to that is a tabletop steamer, which is actually, you can sit it on a table or you can hold it in your hands. So that's an option. And then another option, old school, is to boil water on the stove, put it in a bowl, cover your head with a towel, and breathe in the steam. You can also kind of get a steam experience in the shower as well, but those are just options. I like to sit under my steamer for about 15 minutes, and I also like to add drops of essential oil so that the steam picks up the scent while I am laying under it. So the 15 minutes is long enough to kind of open up my pores and get it ready for the next step. And it's also long enough for that hand mask to work. And since I'm laying there and I should be relaxing, I'm not gonna need my hands anyway, right? So once I'm done steaming my face, I take my hand mask off and rub in the excess, and then I continue on to the rest of my skincare. I like to follow my steam with some sort of exfoliant. Right now I'm using the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Gentle Peeling Exfoliant. I'll be honest, the jury is still out on this one. I still kind of prefer the Ordinary's AHA BHA peel, but whatever exfoliant you like to use, if you like to use one, cool. Then I'll follow up with a toner and a serum. Now, if it's during the daytime, like it was today, I like to do a mask. Again, I like to buy mine from Sephora. I think Lancome makes a really nice hydrogel mask if you want something a little more expensive, or any regular serum will do. If it's nighttime, then I will more than likely follow with my Laneige Water Bank sleeping mask and the lip sleeping mask as well. And after I've done all of that, I am pampered and glowing from head to toe. I am relaxed and ready to start afresh. So I hope that you guys will incorporate some of these things into your routine, or tell me what you like to do in terms of pampering yourself. As a matter of fact, tell me, what is your favorite self-care activity? So with that being said, y'all, birthdays are really difficult for me. And I'm only mentioning that because I never heard anybody else mention that out loud. And I want somebody out there to know that if you have a hard time with birthdays and it's not just over the moon, big smiles and crazy fireworks, you're not by yourself, but it is still yet a day worth celebrating. I'm glad to be here another year, and I'm glad that you're here another year. So take it in stride. Every day is new. Every year is new, and that in itself is a reason to have hope that it can get better. So y'all be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you're not already. YouTube should be recommending something to you soon to watch, so feel free to keep on hanging out. And until next time, do what you love what you do, and keep the faith. Here's to another year. See y'all on the next one.